Welcome back, Copperheads fans, for another edition of MLB The Show, presented by the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Tonight is Ohio Professor Appreciation Night, as the Southern Ohio Copperheads take on the Ohio Bison for Game 2 in this 3-game final home series. Copperheads coming into tonight 27-23, fresh off a walk-off victory on the Bison. Getting a good look into our dugout right now. The Bison, high camaraderie tonight, despite last night's loss for the Copperheads. Bob Smith will start things off on the mound. He is 2-4 on the season.
Your attention, please. Now playing third base.
At third base tonight is Justin Cadet, number 98. And batting to lead us off tonight in this second game, DJ Fader, who is batting .250 on the season. And the first pitch to get us underway. Smith delivers. Low and outside, ball one. Copperheads are currently ranked third in our fictional National League Central Division. It's interesting to see where they stand amid the rest of the Great Lakes Collegiate teams when the season comes to an end tomorrow night. Pitch 2 is in and fouled off, 1-1. Cincinnati Steam currently down 2-3 against the St. Clair Green Giants. Bottom of the fourth inning there, as you see at the bottom of the screen. Smith delivers the 2-1. Swung on and hit. It's going to go deep into right field. And that's going to be dropped. Smith's going to make one. He's going to go for extra bases. And he is safe at second base. I'm sorry, that's Fader. DJ Fader. He's going to hit a lead-off double for the Bison, setting things off on a good note for them. Now, bobbling right is not going to help out. Not going to help out the Copperheads tonight. And following that up is Jackson Gorzalani. .350 over the last 10 games. A pretty impressive batting average even for a DH. Fader takes a lead off second as Smith prepares to deliver this pitch. Well, that one's low for ball one. Fader knows how to steal a base. He is at a 91% success rate when it comes to stealing bases, 10 for 11 on the season. So Smith and the catcher ought to be keeping an extra eye out on him as he looks to make his way to third base. The 1-0. Swung on and it's fouled off in the left field. 1-1 the count. Smith looks back Fader. Fader's going to take a couple extra steps. Gorzalani will swing. It's another foul ball. 1-2 the count. Nearly hits Gorzalani on the pitch, but he still gets him to swing. Bob Smith's first strikeout of the night. The Copperheads have one down after a leadoff double. Quite the cut from Gorzalani, but I just couldn't see what he was seeing there as that being in the strike zone. And now Dallas Phillips, and at the plate he is a righty. Swinging in. Oh my goodness, that one is deep. No way that's still in here. Phillips, 2-run homer at 101-mile-an-hour exit velocity. That is a shot. And Bob Smith already looking tough. At the top of the first inning. That was an absolute missile. You see the swing on that guy? Let's see it again. I mean, he looked at that and he knew it was gone. No hesitation. Right fielder doesn't even give it a chance. And congrats to the lucky fan that gets that game ball. So now batting fourth with one out is Benavides. He's gotten hit in his last 9 games as he swings and misses on that one. The 0-1 delivers, and it's just at the bottom of the strike zone for strike 2. You know, Benavides is really a contact hitter. I mean, 1325 hits in just 3 seasons is quite impressive. Only 8 homers on this season, but after a home run like that, there's not much more you need to do to follow that up. Just get on base here and keep this momentum going for the Bison. Ball inside, it's a 1-2. Smith can't get him to swing on that one. You know, Smith has worked pretty hard for the Copperheads this season, starting 10 of their 50 games. It's no surprise that he's gotten into the zone, and that's strikeout number 2 for Smith on the night, as he gets Bob Smith going at a low and outside pitch. Curve on that. Very impressive breaking ball from Smith. Like we were just saying, the experience he's had this season is pretty unmatched. And now with 2 outs and nobody on, Green up to the plate. Batting .248 on the season. Swing and miss, strike 1. Bob Smith is finding his rhythm now on the mound. Smith delivers. Swung on and it's popped up. Is this one gone? Or will our right fielder will get back to it in time? And so after an absolute rocket from Phillips to lead this inning off, the Copperheads lead down 2-0, and we'll be back with more after the break. And it looks like we're ready for tonight's first trivia question. What is OU's student-faculty ratio? Give you a minute to think on that one. Give it a ballpark figure. The correct answer is 17-1. Pretty low considering other schools in the area. Any prospective students watching this, keep that in mind. And we're back here at Industry Center Stadium. Alec Thigpen taking the mound for the Bison. He's 5-3 on the season, so definitely not a bad look for the Bison after last night's walk-off loss. And leading off for the Copperheads is going to be number 2, our good friend, the Columbus Blue Jackets Stinger.
The designated hitter, number 2.
Batting .263 on the season. Been a critical part of the Copperheads' offense, high and inside strike 1. Bison sitting at 22-29 coming into tonight. Not as good as the Copperheads, but they've put up quite the fight in this last game and in this last inning. So we'll see what the Copperheads can bring to the table tonight. And he's going to say he did go. Sorry. The ump will say he did go. It's 0-2 on Stinger. And strike 3. 3 pitches, 1 out for Thigpen. Now, you may have noticed by the voice, but I am not your normal broadcaster, Samantha Garcia. She will be joining us later tonight, but for now, this is Dylan Tyson, coming at you all the way from Akron, Ohio, for tonight's performance against the Copperheads. Typically, I'd love to be in Athens at this time of the year, but the global pandemic has things a little different, whether that's with our virtual games or with our internship for the summer. So, I'm coming at you from a couple hundred miles north of Athens. And now at the plate for the Copperheads is Will Manson. Another critical part of the Copperheads offense for the season. The 1-0 pitch is going to be called a ball. I don't know. That one looked like it might have just been high enough, but I think it's low for ball 2. As Thigpen delivers strike 1 on Manson. Regaining his rhythm. The 2-1. Gets him to swing, but it's fouled off. 2-2 count on Manson. Low and inside, and we've got a full count. Swung on, fouled off. Still full count. And this one is also going to be fouled off. Manson putting up quite the fight at the plate for now. Still 3-2. Delivers, and it's strike 3. Thigpen gets him. Good battle at the plate from Manson, but it's not enough. He's got 2 strikeouts and 2 batters. And now Brennan's coming to the plate, and he's got to get the Copperheads started tonight. Uribe is batting .320 on the season. He's leading the Copperheads in batting average, and he's got 7 homers to boot. That one's going to be fouled off into deep right. His .320 average is also the 6th in our virtual National League. Gets him to swing on an outside ball. It is 0-2 on Uribe. The payoff pitch. Inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Thigpen's only thrown 14 pitches so far. But considering it's just 3 batters, I mean, not bad. That's one's going to be a grounder right to the pitcher. Should be a simple toss over to first base, and he will get the out. Copperheads go 3 up, 3 down. Down 2-0 after the first inning. And we'll be back with more Copperhead baseball after the break. We welcome you back to this presentation of MLB The Show with Preston Steiner at the plate for the Bison. Smith will keep his spot on the mound as he delivers a low fastball for ball 1. Last night, Preston didn't look too hot, went 0 for 3, struck out once, so he's looking to redeem himself tonight. But Smith delivers a nice pitch right into the center, the strike zone. It's 1-1. The next pitch is swung on, and it's a grounder to second base. Should be able to make the throw, and he will. Caleb Wilson at first base, able to make the snag, and we got 1 out. Up on the Bison. And now Jorge Ramos at the plate for the Bison. No homers this season, but he's a contact hitter, averaging .261 on the season. I like that stance. Looks like he's about to explode on the ball. But a pitch delivered right down the middle, and he won't take strike 1 on Ramos. Breaking ball just a bit outside for the ump's liking. It is 1-1. Smith still painting the corners, trying to get Ramos to swing. Can't get him. It's 2-1. Another pitch down the middle. Ramos not eager to swing the bat today. And now with 2-2, Smith has to contemplate if he can get Ramos to swing the bat, and if so, how. The delivery. Swung on and missed, but it's drop third strike. Catcher's going to deliver it to first. It looks like, yes, he will get it. And that is out number 2 for the Copperheads, and Smith's 3rd strikeout of the night out of 5 outs. Ramiro Tabata now at the plate. Well, we had a rough start to the season. Tabata his .379 at the plate in the last 10 games. So he's going to get a nice cut at that one, but it's going to go foul. 1-1 the count. So after the last 10 game stretch, Tabata's batting average is up to .222. See if he can continue this momentum tonight. And that one is low and outside. Breaking ball, 2-1. Smith. High and inside, but the ump likes it. It's a strike, 2-2. Tabata swings, fouled off behind home plate, and count remains 2-2. Bob Smith delivers. Swung on, and it's missed. Smith with his 4th strikeout on the night as the Copperheads send the Bison back out onto the field. Ohio leads 2-0. We'll be back after this. For our second question of tonight's trivia, what is the average class size? Go ahead and mull that one over. Think about it. Give me an estimate. Got it? Well, the correct answer is 33. A little bigger than I was thinking. I would have said like 26, but this fall, in fact, Ohio University plans to cut down any classes larger than 30 into separate groups or into online discussions due to the public safety measures. And so, average class size this semester will be significantly lower. I know I got a couple of classes already slated for online, as Stabler is going to swing, get a nice cut into that ball, but it's going to be fouled off. Stabler leads the Copperheads and hits with 38. Fouls another one off. It's 0-2. Now we're going to see what Thigpen does on the mound. Oh, and the ump's going to call that strike 3. I thought it was high and outside. I don't know. If I'm Stabler, I'm not swinging at an 0-2 like that, and especially not that one. But the ump liked it. So that is out number 1 for the Copperheads. Don't know how I feel about that one, and the fans aren't happy either. But Evan Chmielewski is now on the plate. Pitch is low, teases, but the ump likes it. The 0-1 pitch. Way outside, almost gets past the catcher. It's 1-1. Swinging a high ball. Shallow in right field. Looks like the catch will be made. And so 2 outs now on the Copperheads. Yet to find a hit or even a runner on this game. So now Nino Ruby. It's on him to see what kind of play he can make for the Copperheads. That one's high for ball 1. And Thigpen tries to lower it, but it goes too low. 2-0. Ruby's got a nice advantage at the plate. He's going to swing and he's going to go high. Will it get down? It looks like it might. Was that out? It was! Ruby! Solo home run. Just barely clears the fence. And the Copperheads are back in it with after a slow start. But Ruby gives the Cheds some momentum. It's great to see our Cheds fans happy in the stands. Let's get another look at that cut. The contact on that ball is solid. And the way he steps into that swing, that's impressive. No wonder he belongs on our virtual Copperheads. 413 feet, that one goes. And so now Trevor Patton to follow that one up. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the second. Thigpen delivers. And that is strike 1. You know, the show likes to believe that we acquired this player via free agency 4 years back, but I mean, as far as I can remember, he just signed up for a virtual fan draft a few months ago, but I digress. The 0-1. Swung on and missed. Patton's down 0-2. Have to admit, Trevor Patton's not a name I've seen much of when it comes to this season, but every game's another opportunity. Swung on. This one is going to be fouled off. Thigpen delivers. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And an absolute shot from Nino Ruby will carry the Copperheads back into this one. They're trailing 2-1 as we head into the 3rd inning. We'll be back with more action. Keith Cook steps up to the plate for the Ohio Bison. He's had quite the run in these last few games, but for now, only averaging 148 on the season, that is. Smith throws high. Ball 1. Cook snagged the Bisons an RBI in their last game. He's going to pop this one up into shallow right field, and our right fielder will make the snag. 1 out for the Bison. Currently in the National League Central, the Grand Lake Mariners have secured themselves quite the standing at 30-23. Southern Ohio Copperheads in third behind my favorite Great Lakes Collegiate team, the Chicago Cubs. And Cincinnati Steam down at the bottom there with 18-35 record. And we are back at the top of the order for the Bison. Fader had a leadoff double earlier in this one. Let's see what he can do here with 1 out and nobody on. First pitch is high and inside, but it's a strike. High and outside, sorry. Smith delivers the 0-1. And that one sinks to the bottom near the plate, but the ump really liked the way it was looking. He's going to call that one a strike. Home plate umpire strike zone has been consistently low this game, I've noticed. As Smith delivers one inside. Fast grounder up the middle, and yes, Fader's going to get another base hit. He's got a double and a single on tonight's game. Taking a look at that one. Hit the top of the ball and sent it right on the middle of the field. Just out of reach of the pitcher and just out of reach of the shortstop. Way to hit that gap. And Gorzalani is back at the plate. Struck out in the first inning in his last at bat. High and outside ball. Looked like Fader might pull a steal there, as we know he does so well. So Smith's got to be really careful to make sure every ball gets to the catcher and not behind him. Smith looks Fader back and delivers. And then there's another strike down the middle. 1-1. You know, it's good to see the real MLB is, getting back into the swing of things with opening day last night. Things are seeming to return their way to normal in the world of sports, but of course it remains as important as ever that everyone remains careful and does their part to stay healthy. 1-2 now the count. Smith puts one outside. It's 2-2. He's really taking his time with Gorzalani. I'm sure it has to do with Fader on first base, waiting to steal second. And Smith is going to get another strikeout on Gorzalani. That is his 5th of the night. And we've got 2 outs up on the Bison. Fader on first base. Phillips makes his way back to the plate. In the first inning, he had an absolute shot into right field, a no-doubter. Can he deliver again? He's going to look to pick off Fader, but gets back in time. Fader, he knows how to take a good lead, but he gets back fast. So Smith delivers the pitch, and it's swung on, bounces in front of the plate. The catcher's going to have to snag it, make the throw to first. Got him in time. That is out number 3 on the Bison. And the Copperheads hold them to 1 hit on the inning. Copperheads turn to the plate with the sticks. And we are back at Industry Center Stadium. Justin Coudet is now making his way to the plate. First at bat of the game this season, hitting .247. Now that Coudet, his batting stance is something else, man. I mean, whatever works for you. I'm not one to bash it. I'm not on the team, No room to talk until you're playing in the big leagues. But he is 0 for 2. He's down 0-2 right now. Sorry. Third pitch, swung on and fouled off. Coudet stays alive. I just can't get enough of that stance. Ball high, 1-2. Next pitch is outside. He did not go. Honestly, I thought he did. But the count will be 2-2. Baseline up is being extra generous with Coudet there. He fouls another one off and continues this battle. The 2-2. Outside. Full count now for Coudet after a rough start to this bat. So, can he pull something off here? The payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Incredible breaking ball from Thigpen. And he has his 5th strikeout of the night. Just take a look at the spin on that ball. The way it moves, I mean, Coudet was way early. I couldn't blame him. And now, Spencer Wilson. Making his way to the plate. Fastball right down the middle. Clock's in at 96 miles an hour. Strike one. The 0-1 pitch. In the dirt. And that is going to make for a 1-1 count. Wilson has not been too hot at the plate this season. 65 strikeouts over the 50-game season. Not quite much to brag about, but he is batting .253 on the season. So, when he makes contact with that ball, it goes. 2-2 the count as Thigpen delivers. That one's going to be high and fouled off. As Wilson stays alive. I apologize for the technical issues you may currently be experiencing with our broadcast. Not to worry. Things are still looking good here. Wilson now facing a 3-2 count. Thigpen delivers the payoff. And it's going to be ball 4. Tonight's first walk for either team will put Wilson on first base. I don't know. That one could go either way, but the ump makes the last call, and he will send Spencer to first base. And now back at the top of the order for the Copperheads. We have the Blue Jackets Stinger. Who doesn't love Stinger? Now with a runner on, Stinger takes the first pitch outside. Gonna see if he and the Copperheads can take advantage of this opportunity here to maybe tie up or take the lead in this ballgame. Swing and a miss for strike one. Stinger's going to put that one to second base. Shortstop turns to second baseman, and the second baseman will get to the first baseman. Classic 6-4-3 double play will put an end to the Copperheads inning. We'll be back after this message.
Hey Copperheads fans, what if we named the team after you? Our 2020 Fan of the Year will get to rebrand the team after themselves or whatever they'd like for one home game next season. To enter our raffle, visit the link in the description and donate $25 to help keep baseball in Southeast Ohio. Thanks for watching today's broadcast, and go Cheds!
Gotta love the guy that does those Fan of the Year ads. Anyway, we are back here at Industry Center Stadium with Benavides at the plate for the Bison. 0 for 1 on the day. The Bison still holding on to their 2-1 lead. Smith delivers, swung on and missed for strike one. Benavides has done a pretty good job putting the bat on the ball in these last 2 games. 2 home runs in his last 4 games. Oh, will you look at that? And, Smith is complaining, he's got some pain in his neck, it seems. And so the trainer is being called out onto the field. And it looks like, Smith is going to this will be the end of his time on the mound for the Copperheads. So, we will see who the Cheds pull out of the bullpen when we come back.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
It is going to be Alvin Sparks Jr. making his way to the mound for the Copperheads. He has played a whopping 24 games this season. Pitched 60 innings. Quite the feat. And so he's going to come and take Smith's place after a neck strain that Smith claimed to be experiencing. And so, just out of a precaution, Copperheads choose to remove him from the game and give Sparks a chance on the mound. And so he delivers his second pitch. It's going to be a high fly ball. Deep in the left field. Will it go? Manson makes the catch! He does! Absolutely phenomenal display of athleticism from Will Manson! I can't believe my eyes! Takes this leap off the wall and just saves it from going out. Absolutely incredible. I have to admit, I absolutely thought that one would get over his head. But Copperhead secure their first out. And their second. Grounder to second base. Turn to Spencer Wilson. Out number 2. And the Copperheads, with Sparks on the mound, have proven to be dominant. Preston Steiner now gonna take his attempt at Sparks' pitching. Meanwhile, in bullpen, the Copperheads are preparing to sub in Caleb Wilson later tonight. And we'll see what he can do to hold off the Bison. Sparks delivers the 1-0. Swung on. That's going to make its way into the gap between left and center field. And he's going to go for 2. And he will stay at second base. Steiner with a double. 2-out double for the Bison. And now the Copperheads have put Alonzo Rincon in the bullpen. Just to, keep their options open, 0-1 on Jorge Ramos. With Steiner on second. That one is low. Sparks delivers. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. And so just one more well-placed pitch, and the Copperheads can be out of another inning. Bison have done a good job getting runners on base in this game, but aside from that absolute rocket from Phillips earlier, it struggled to score. And that one is going to be a called strike 3. Ramos is going to just watch that one go by. I couldn't believe my eyes either, buddy. All right, so we head to the bottom of the 4th. When we return, Bison 2, Copperheads 1. The third question in tonight's trivia. So, how many undergraduate colleges does OU have? There are actually 9 different undergraduate colleges in Ohio's university. It's impressive. I honestly could only think of a few off the top of my head, but Ohio University, quite the diverse school for many different fields. Again, prospective students, keep these things in mind. OU's a great place to be. First pitch to Manson is going to be a low ball. And the second is going to find its way inside. Manson 2-0 now. Ooh, I'm sorry. Umpire will say that one is just a little bit outside. Thigpen really painting the edges of the strike zone with this batter. 3-0 count. Manson hesitates but will not swing, and it's not going to pay off. Called first strike. The 3-1 is swung on, and it is blasted by Manson. And so after an oh, no, it's going to go foul. I'm sorry, that one just went foul. So Manson is, after just missing a home run, gonna find his way to first base on a walk. And let's not forget Manson earlier, quite the display of athleticism in left field when he caught the ball. It looked as though it had no chance of staying in the ballpark. And so now Uribe is going to take the plate with a runner on first and nobody out. Copperheads have a really good shot at building some momentum here. And we see our dugout coach giving signs to our base runner. Perhaps Manson will continue his stellar night tonight with a steal a second. Uribe swings, fouls that one off. 1-1 the count. Uribe's a big guy. Oh, and Manson took a little too much of a lead, and they're gonna check him, but he stays safe, stays clean. Still doesn't have to be larger tonight, so that's always good. A line drive down the middle for Uribe, and it will go. The base hit means runners on first and second for the Copperheads with nobody out. As I was saying earlier, Uribe is quite the big guy. I mean, he's got a nice swing on him, good speed, all around great player for the Copperheads. And he demonstrates that there with a base hit. With runners, so runners now first and second with cleanup. John Stabler at the plate. Copperheads have put themselves in a really good position to start this inning. This has been a very highly contended ball game. I hardly even want to give it up to Samantha come later tonight. Now Stabler looking at a 2-0 count. Thigpen has not shown up too hot during this inning. You have to wonder if the coaches in the dugout are thinking about calling the bullpen. As Stabler's going to pop this one up deep. It's gone! Just as we were saying it, Stabler hits a 3-run bomb into right field. The Copperheads take the lead, and you gotta wonder what's next for Thigpen. You can see our pitching coach in the dugout really skeptical about what's next. Just an absolute shot from Stabler. I mean, you put 2 runners on, and then you have your cleanup guy at the plate. I mean, the pitcher ought to be in trouble. I'm surprised they didn't take him out maybe even just before that batter. Would have been a pretty good precaution call. But at this point, I can't see Thigpen finishing this inning. 388 feet on that shot. Copperheads now up 4-2. They have turned this game around. And as I was saying, this has been an exciting one. And we're only in the bottom of the 4th. Last night's game was good. Tonight's has just the same capacity to be great. There's a Thigpen. He's now looking at a 1-1 count on Chmielewski, who is 0 for 1 in the night. You heard the ump. That one was upstairs. 2-1. Swung on and fouled off. 2-2 count. Thigpen is on the verge of his first out of the inning. And he's going to get Chmielewski to swing and miss. Out number 1 for the Bison. Thigpen's 6th strikeout on the night.
The batter, number 49.
So Thigpen is finding his groove again. Maybe he will last just a little longer than we expected. Nina Ruby's at the plate. His last at-bat was the solo homer that put the Copperheads on the board. That ball was a little below the knees, but the ump likes it. He's going to call it a strike. That's something I've said all night tonight. The ump's strike zone is a little low and a little inside compared to normal. Nina sends another one deep. He will! Nina Ruby, 2 home runs on the night. The Copperheads have 4 runs in this inning. I mean, come on. There's no way Thigpen finishes this inning. Right? 2 runs this game for Nina. 2 homers this game for Nina Ruby. both at critical moments in the Copperheads game. They're now up 5-2 on the Bison. If there's any time to make a pitching change, now is that time. Just look at the arc on that ball. Pretty astounding stuff. And it looks like the bullpen is going to choose to keep Thigpen in just a little longer. Trevor Patton at the plate, 0 for 1 on the game. Thigpen is pretty visibly upset. Pretty visibly frustrated by this. But he's going to try and shake it off. We'll see how this goes. Thigpen delivers. Inside, ball 1. And that one's going to be swung on and fouled off to the left. Patton facing 2 strikes. Thigpen has already thrown 70 pitches on the night across 4 innings. As Patton is going to smoke that one to third base, but he'll pick it up and get it over to the first baseman. Good friend Phillips. 2 outs now on the Copperheads after a pretty momentous inning. But Coudet, the man with the stance, is back at the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. Well, that one's inside for ball 1. Thigpen, 1-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. And it looks like he just might be able to get the Bison out of this one. With this pitch. Popped up. In his left center field. He's going to run for it. Can he get it? No, he won't. Another hit for the Copperheads. Coudet goes for extra bases. It's a double for the Copperheads. And that makes for what? 4 hits on the inning? So now Spencer Wilson steps up to the plate looking to continue this momentum. He was walked at his last at-bat in the Thigpen, still on the mound. But Starks in the bullpen for the Bison. So we'll see how much longer Thigpen lasts on the mound. One and 0 the count. Coudet taking quite a lead off of second base. Thigpen looks him back, takes an extra step. Wilson popped this one up into center field. Easy catch. And so, after a whopping 4 runs on the inning, the Copperheads are going back into the outfield. They lead 5-2. Tabata up for the Bison when we return. And now Ramiro Tabata will make an attempt at this next at-bat. 0 for 1 on the day. Sparks was put on the mound late last inning after Smith was complaining of an injury in his neck. And he has done quite the good job so far on the mound for the Copperheads. 0-2 the count. And that's strike 3. Sparks continues to deliver on the mound. No pun intended. Second strikeout of the night. And up next will be Keith Cook for the Bison. That one is swung on and bounces behind the plate. Strike 1. Cook's last at bat ended in a pop out. Looking to redeem himself here. The 0-1 pitch is way outside for ball 1, sorry. This one is popped up. Right fielder's going to look to make a grab at it in foul territory, and he will. Just a little too much air under that one. And so now the Bison with 2 outs, and Fader is back on at the plate. He's got a double and a single tonight. Maybe with this next pitch, he can get himself closer to the cycle. We'll see. That one is inside for ball one. That one is swung on and it's going to be short. 3 up, 3 down for the Bison. And the Copperheads will return to the bats. Copperheads are back at the top of the order when we return. Next question in tonight's trivia. Who was the very first professor at OU? This is an obscure one. If anyone knows it, I'd be pretty impressed. His name was Jacob Lindley. And I believe we do have a Lindley Hall on campus, most likely named after Jacob himself. And so back at Industry Center Stadium, Stinger is leading off for the Copperheads. 0 for 2 tonight. Hasn't really lived up to the expectation he set for himself this season, but we'll see if he can pull something off here at the bottom of the 5th. And Thigpen will return to the mound for the Bison. Rough inning last time, allowing 4 hits, 2 home runs. But he's gonna try and tough out one more inning. We'll see what he can do here. This one is delivered inside. The Bison are warming up a couple relievers in the bullpen. Buddy Bishop and Philip Hester getting the routine in before one of them will head out to the mound shortly, it seems, as Stinger fouls that one off deep into left field. Another lucky fan gets a ball. 1-2 the count as Stinger fouls off another. He's put on quite the battle for this at-bat. Really looking to make contact and get on base tonight. Swung on, and it's grounder. Grounder to second baseman. That is going to be scooped and tossed right over to the first baseman, Phillips. 1 out. Manson at the plate. He, earlier tonight he was walked, but he has put on quite the show. Hitting a couple deep balls into foul territory and saving one ball that was headed right over the fence. 0-1 the count on Manson. Swung on, fouled off. Manson looking at 2 strikes now. And that one's going to be swung on a miss for strike 3. Manson can't make contact this time around, and so Thigpen has his 7th strikeout on the night. And Manson will return to the dugout. Back in the batter's box now is Brennan Uribe. 1 for 2 on the night with a single. And he was a huge part of that Copperheads momentum last inning. Before Stabler went on and hit an absolute shot to get 3 runners in. So now Uribe looking to get on base again. Thigpen, pitch number 87. That's going to be a strike. A little low, but the up likes it. It's 0-2. And the pitch in the dirt, but catcher blocks it. Not that there's much of anyone on base to keep from stealing, but Uribe stays alive. Thigpen having a much better inning so far than he did last time, so maybe it was just a rocky patch in his game tonight. We'll see the delivery. That's one swung on, and it's going to go short, but he will get to first base in time. Another single for Uribe. And now takes the lead for hits on the season for the Copperheads. That at bat. Impressive day for Uribe to cap off an impressive season. Oh, he's going to steal. Will he make it? And it looks like we had a tech issue there, but based on the fact that the Bison are walking off the field, I think they got him. They did. Uribe gets greedy, and it will not pay off. And so now at the top of the 6th, Gorzalani gets back into the batter's box for the Bison. Sparks Jr. has been impressive so far, but the Copperheads aren't taking any chances. They've got a couple of pitchers in the bullpen who are going to take his place as soon as things start to go south. That one is high for ball one. 1-1 count on Gorzolani. Ooh. Gorzolani with a breaking ball, but it won't be enough to convince the ump that it made it into the strike zone, so it's 2-1. Ball inside as Sparks struggles to find the strike zone. 3-1 now the count. Swung on, fouled off, full count. Sparks Jr., the payoff pitch. It is outside, and Gorzolani will get to first base. Hope to advance, maybe back to home plate, though. Get the Bisons back in this game. And so Phillips will make his way to the plate. 1-for-2 on the night. Had that 2-run shot in the first inning. The first pitch swung on, and it's blasted. Does Phillips have it again? I think he does. Phillips, his second home run on the evening. That one is sent deep into right center field. The Bison, sure enough, are back in this one. Down 4-5 on top of the 6th. I wouldn't say it's time to get to the bullpen quite yet, but it's good that the Copperheads, had some people warming up. So we'll see what the pitching staff chooses to do next. I mean, Phillips knew that one was gone. So did everyone in the outfield. No one even looks to make that grab.
Your attention, please.
But it looks like the Copperheads will, in fact, go to the bullpen. They're not taking any chances. Pavon Wise will be the third pitcher for the Copperheads tonight. This is his 28th game with the Copperheads. He's only pitched 27 innings, though, so usually a closer, a guy that doesn't last too long. Interesting choice at the top of the 6th here for the Copperheads. So we'll see what he can do as Benavides looks to make a difference. And that one is going to be a strike. Whether he win or not, I'm not sure, but it definitely was in the zone. And so Wise is looking to get the Copperheads out of a little bit of a sticky situation. A walk and a home run with no outs so far for the Bison. And the upper body on Pavon Wise is no joke. He might be a pitcher, but he's not a type of guy I'd want to mess around with. I mean, I've seen that chest. I've seen those arms. He is not the guy. He is quite the tough guy. And that explains how he can throw some heat. Because that one is sent deep into center field. He's going to get to second. Consider third. And it won't go. So, a double for the Bison. And Benavides. And it's his 10th consecutive game with a hit. Yeah, quite the cut there. I'm not surprised that one went as far as it did. And so the Bison momentum continues. Well, that one's a grounder bounce in front of home plate. It's going to be thrown to first. He will get the out, but Benavides makes his way to third base and is even closer to tying this one up. Steiner now stepping up to the plate for the Bison, looking to score the tying run for the Bison. One out, runner on third, the pitch. Low and in the dirt, looks back to third. He will get back in time. Shouldn't have even thought about going, it didn't look like. Stealing home in the MLB, that's risky. Stealing, I mean, I guess this is the Great Lakes Collegiate League, but still. That's no joke. So I'm not surprised that our catcher was on top of that ball as he was. So now Wise delivering the 2-0 pitch. Swung on, grounded to second baseman. That run's going to score at home. Surprised he didn't even make a little bit of an attempt to get that guy, but he will get the runner at first. So, Steiner gets an RBI, but does not make it on base. Nobody on, 2 outs. Tie game. The top of the 6th has been critical for the Bison offensively. And from what I hear, Samantha will be joining us shortly to cover the rest of our game. A little disappointing because, you know, I was getting pretty into this one. I'll definitely be tuning in for the rest of it, though. See how this one unfolds. Swung on and fouled off. And it's 1-1. Wise delivers that one into the umpire's zone. It's 1-2. One more strike and he can get the Copperheads out of this situation. Put a halt in the Bison momentum. That one's inside for a 2-2. 87-mile-an-hour slider. Like I was saying earlier, this guy's got strength and more strength than anyone I've seen on the mound. And that one's a rock to the second baseman, but he'll scoop it and get it off to Spencer Wilson for the 3rd out of the inning. But Dallas Phillips has continued to be a key player in tonight's game. 2 home runs tonight, responsible for 4 of the Bison 5 runs. And we'll be back.
Your attention, please.
Alexander Starks will take the place on the mound for the Bison. And with this pitching change, I will hand it over to my good friend Samantha Garcia. This has been Dylan Tyson, broadcasting for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Stay safe, everyone.
John Stewart now, and that 3-run home run in the 4th, last time we saw him. As he looks to battle against Alexander Starks for this one. This one found off, but nothing much to it. Another high one there from Starks. Starks unable to really get in his box. Count 3-1. Well, Starks' first at bat's gonna be a walk. Stabler trots his way over to first.
Number 0.
Now, Evan Chmielewski, 5th on the lineup here tonight, comes to redeem himself after 3 at-bats. He swings, but that one no good. Another ball there. This one in the dirt again. As maybe the tension in this game might be getting to Starks. Chmielewski makes contact. Alexander dishes it off to second, but he's going to be safe at first. They were looking for that double play, but ended up just getting one. In the 4th inning, we saw Nihal Ruby hit a home run. That's the last time we saw him at bat. So let's see what he can do here. That's now a runner on first. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. That one right down the middle, where Ruby gets a piece of it. 1-1. Again, a swing, and this one goes. Foul territory. He swings, and a miss. Strikeout there for Ruby. Starks first strikeout. That's 2 outs now. Now Trevor Patton has gone 0 for 2 tonight. Looks to redeem himself here. Nice curved ball from Starks. Gets strike number 1. This one way outside. As he makes contact, and the look to get the out at second. That ends it. 7th inning stretch when we come back.
Hey, Copperheads fans, what if we named the team after you? Our 2020 Fan of the Year will get to rebrand the team after themselves or whatever they'd like for one home game next season. To enter our raffle, visit the link in the description and donate $25 to help keep baseball in Southeast Ohio. Thanks for watching today's broadcast, and go Cheds!
Ladies and gentlemen, you're at
Now, another pitching change for the Copperheads. Caleb Wilson, 20 games, 28 innings. 14 strikes, 13 walks. As his first pitch will be against Ramiro Tabata. And Wilson gets him to swing. Uribe with the snag. And that's out number 1. Now Keith Cook, shortstop for the Bison. And that curved ball, 82 miles per hour behind it. Another low strike. 2-0 over the out. This one down the line, but gets popped up. 2-2 now. Keith Cook's made it for himself. So he's trying to stay alive in this one, full count. Stabler takes off the mask, tracking this one down behind home plate. That gets out number 2.
now back, the center fielder, DJ Vader.
Now top of the lineup. What a fifth time here. Vader swings right away. But a catch there from Manson to end that stride. Copperheads look to get on top when we return. Who was the first black man to graduate from OU? John Templeton.
Your attention, please.
And now another pitching change for the Bison. Philip Hester, who we saw warming up in the bullpen, 29 games, 30 innings, 54 batters he's faced.
Leading off.
And as now, his first victim of the night is going to be Justin Coude, 8th on this lineup. Hester's first pitch goes wild. Another ball there. This game's still tied 5-5. Last time we saw a score was the 5th inning. So now 3 balls, no strikes. And he's walked. Philip Hester, 4 pitches, 4 balls. As Coude makes his way to first. In a game this close, definitely don't want to be the one to let your team down. It's not Spencer Wilson for Southern Ohio. That one a ball. And still, after 7 pitches, a strike has been thrown for Hester. Because finally he gets Wilson to swing at something. And now back to back swings from Wilson. 2-2 the count. Full count. Now with no outs here at the bottom of the 7th. He swings and misses. Hester quickly turns this one around as he gets his first strikeout, first out of the 7th inning. Top of the lineup again. 4th time here tonight. We see CBJ still. As he takes a crack at this one. But it goes foul. And a catch there from the right fielder to get out number 2.
Now batting, number 17.
As that's a swing and a miss. And Hester's pitch makes the catcher have to stand up and collect himself there. Looks to attack Coude at first, but he's going to be safe. Hester again with a strike. They're going to say Coude's safe at second. Nice hustle by him. And head first. Dive to get safe. As Manson still battles Hester at the plate. Manson gets a hit with a scoop at second. That's out number 3. Top of the 8, 2 more to go. Stay tuned for more baseball.
Your attention, please.
Now Michael Brennan for Southern Ohio. Gets Caleb Wilson out of this one. 21 innings. And every time he's pitched, his team has won. Looks to keep that one going as Jackson Gorslani will be his first one that he's going to have to fight. Is that one on the outside? Straight 2 now. That one outside for Brennan. Many times this season, Brennan relies on that slider pitch to get the job done. Now on deck, Dallas Phillips, who's got kind of the man of this series here so far. Brennan's first walk of the night. Grizzlini is now safe at first. Phillips, the past 2 times he's been up to bat, has not only gotten a home run, but a 2-run homer. And here we just saw Grizzlini make it safe at first. Could he do it a 3rd time here? Brennan has all the pressure on him. The strike. Copperheads cheering him on in the dugout. Also at the same time very anxious to see who's going to have to hit him. Because this one goes bad. 1-2. That's strike 3. Exactly what you wanted if you were a Copperhead. Brennan getting the job done. It's a perfect opportunity for Dallas, but he could not execute a 3rd time around. That's out number 1 for him. Now Benavidez steps up. This one high. Ken Silver has to step off his gear, goes to talk to the pitcher, tells him to calm down. As he has to take this game 1 pitch at a time. And he looks to steal at second. Laney's safe. There's another bounce. This one goes behind home plate. And he's going to stay put at home. At 3rd base, Grizzlani makes it around the bags again. Brennan now with back-to-back wild pitches. So that's going to be another walk. Brennan really crumbling in this 8th inning. 2 walks allowed. Now he's got a runner at first and a runner at third with only 1 out. As Bruce Green now steps up. He swings at the first one. The flip to second, back to first. That's gonna end that dreadful 8th for the Bison. Copperheads on offense when we come back. What is the full name of OU's president for question 6 of our trivia night? If you guessed Dr. Marvin Dwayne Nellis, you are right with that one. It's now Brennan Uribe. Starts the bottom of the 8th here. That one a ball. Uribe makes contact. This one, a bounce into the center fielder's glove as Uribe safe at first.
Now batting, number 6.
John Stabler now had a 3-run home run in the 4th. Last time the Copperheads were this close, it went into extra innings, and you know how that always ends up. A really long one. Another strike there. Is Philip Hester now getting in his groove? More Wood, the 3rd base coach there for the batters of the Copperheads. Is that one low again? Yes, they're still bringing the speed. The gun says 94 on that one. Stabler. Deep into left field, but it's caught. Copperheads return to first base, but that puts us at 1 out. As Chmielewski again, number 0 for the Copperheads. 2nd left-handed hitter tonight. He looks to tag him at first and he's safe. Uribe not afraid to step off that bat. So another one goes far out. That's their back-to-back balls. 2-0. They look at tag him on at first again. But Uribe is safe. Finally, Hester gets in the swing. Chmielewski misses that one. 0 for 3 tonight so far. Makes him reach for another one. 2-2. He swings and misses. Hester with another strikeout. That came late.
The batter, Number 49.
There's now with 2 outs. We have Ruby. Cracks, but it goes foul. As he has 2 home runs, 2 RBIs, 2 runs for him tonight. There's the steal at second. They're gonna call him out. Uribe ends this 8th inning with an attempt to steal at second. Top of the 9th, the last inning when we come back. And David Waite is going to close this one out, hopefully. 26 games under his belt. He's pitched in 28 innings, so the average is about an inning or so every time he's in. And here's the perfect chance. Is now Preston Steiner. He's got 1 for 3. Will be his first opponent. And when his first pitch is a strike, that's always a good sign. But Copperheads still have guys warming up in the bullpen just in case. They're going to say he swung at that one and crossed home plate. Steiner now 0-2. Another one low there for Waite. And he makes contact, but Uribe snags this one up. He's out at first for out number 1 of this 9th inning.
Your attention, please. Base hitter. Dylan Netzel.
Now coming up to the plate to do some damage now. Dylan Netzel. Pinch hitting here. When it's on the line, you want to have your best guys out there. See, he averages 296, 3 home runs as well. As he swings, but Uribe with the backhand snag at short to get out number 2.
The batter, the right fielder,
Ramiro Tabaka for 3 tonight. And his last at bat had a ground out. No teammates on the bag. No runs scored. As 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. This game's tied up. It kind of comes down to this. That's out number 3. That ends the top of the 9th. Copperheads with 1 more chance to get ahead and win this one. Make sure you guys stay tuned. How many full-time faculty members are there teaching undergrads? Over 900, wow.
your attention, please.
And now,
Now playing
Dylan Netzel is going to take a position at second base.
Netzel. Leading off for the
It's now Neha Ruby.
second baseman,
2 home runs, 2 RBIs, 2 at-bats. His count stays on. Actually, he's got no strikes, no balls, because his last at-bat, Uribe decided to steal second and he was out. But he makes contact over the first baseman's glove. He's going to make it safe at second, looks to turn. And he makes it to the second bag.
the center fielder, number 34.
Just what the Copperheads needed. And Trevor Patton, center fielder. Could very well be the man of the game to end this one. That's strike one. Another strike two. Patton stuck himself in. That one high there. Finally a ball. That's strike three. Patton with the first out here in the ninth.
Now batting, number 98.
As now, Justin Kude with the chance to end this one. Two and out count. Kude swings this one back and a catch, but a tag at second, and he's going to be safe at third. Nice base running there and a nice hit. Now, bottom lineup, 2 outs. Spencer Wilson. A hit to center. This one with a bounce. Copperheads with the walk-off hit. Spencer Wilson, the man of the game, getting a single for Ruby to touchdown. Copperheads win 6-5. Wow, what a hit there for Wilson. All he needed was a base hit. He had Ruby at third. Copperheads with a walk-off hit here. Wow. Copperheads taking this series 2-0. As they look to only have one more game left on the season. Again, I just want to say thank you to Neha Ruby, actually, player of the game, to end this one. But on all serious terms, I want to say thank you to my awesome team for putting this together. It really wouldn't be anything without them. And I'm really just the voice, and they do a lot of the work. So in return for their hard work, if you guys could follow us on all social media platforms, give us a shout out, and make sure you guys enter Fan of the Year. It's only a $25 donation, and it's all going to go back to the Copperheads. So again, my name is Samantha Garcia, signing off. Thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow for another day of MLB The Show 20, sponsored by your Southern Ohio Copperheads. Be safe, be healthy, be smart.